So Indiana wins the tip. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Curry is out there with Bogues. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Newman. And it's Mourning in at the 5. Bounce pass from Hill. George with the screen on Johnson. Shot clock at 5. West kicks to Watson. And Mourning sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now here's Bogues. Outside Curry. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And Bogues, no doubt, terrific at his ability to dish the rock. His vision is off the charts.
Hill passes to Watson. Now here's West. Kick by West. And here's George for 3. Connects from three-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Curry can't get it to go. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Outside, George. That 3 off the mark. Here's Newman, covered by Hibbert. Bogues the pass to Curry. Looks for Mourning, gets it to him. Over George. Mourning's shot is good. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. George with the ball. Beyond the arc. Here's Hibbert. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Yeah, scoring off of missed shots. That's a big part of his game.
Now Bogues. To the paint. Here's Mourning. Hibbert pulls it in.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Pass to Watson. Launches it. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And here's Bogues. Up top, Curry. Shot clock at 6. Johnson the screen. And the big slam for Larry Johnson.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Hill passes to Watson. Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. George has got his second basket of the night.
Well, if you create shots for him, Paul George is going to knock him down all night long.
Here's Curry. Fires the 3. Curry knocks down the long-range bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
He takes it in. Watson's shot is good. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Here's Bogues. Still scoreless. Mourning a screen on Hill. Pulls up on the wing. Goes up from the top of the key. David West grabs the miss.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Watson kicks to Hill. Back to Watson. Deflects the pass and taken away by Johnson. Johnson double teamed. Here's Newman. Traps in the tray.
In this era of the NBA, you just can't let guys have good looks from the 3. Pretty much everyone in this league can make you pay.
Now here is Hill. Watson, the pass to Hibbert. From deep, George. The rebound by Alonzo Mourning. Charlotte in the lead. Now here's Bogues. Over Hill. Here's Mourning. The putback. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team. We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Here's Newman. Pass to Bogues. Left side Curry. 5 to shoot. Johnson sets the screen for Curry. And it's off from three-point range. And it's the Pacers' ball. Watson with it. Now West, guarded by Curry. In the corner, George with it. A three-pointer off the mark.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Down low, it's stolen by West. And here's the fast break. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Hornets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now Hill. Pass to Watson. Four on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And stolen by Bogues. On up the court. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Larry Johnson taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So Johnson hits 2 of them. And here are the Pacers now, trailing by 2. Outside, George. West setting the pick for George. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Johnson gets the bucket.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Pass to Watson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. The 3 from George. Rebound by Johnson.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now Bogues. Now Curry. It's tipped. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, he's a little bit older now, but Paul George showing you he still has great verticality.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Some changes for Indiana. Chris Copeland comes in for C.J. Watson. And it's Turner in for George Hill. The Hornets also changing it up. Gaddison comes in for Newman. And it's Gill in for Curry. And here is Mourning. Pass to Bogues. 6 to shoot. Here's Johnson. No problem on the jumper in close. Johnson's got 8 points.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Here's George. He's got 10. On the wing, Turner. Bogues defending. West outside. The 3 from George. The Hornets pull it in. Mourning's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Bogues. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Mourning. Over Hibbert. It's rebounded by West.
Well, despite this lead, he hasn't found the sweet spot yet. It's been mostly sour, actually.
Now George from past the arc. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Perfect start for Paul George. Just absolutely filling up the stat sheet and carrying the load offensively.
Pass to Gill. Johnson outside. And here's Bogues. Johnson with a screen on Turner. Back to Johnson. Wide open look. And good that time. 10 points for him.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
George, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Gill. Here's Mourning. And it's sent back by West.
And all about timing for West on the block. He anticipates the shot and acts at just the right moment.
Bogues against Turner. Now George from the arc. It's good from long range. George has got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Here's Gill. No scoring in this one. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Copeland.
And normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and he makes that one.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Outside Turner. West setting the pick for Turner. Over Bogues. Again, Indiana.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Indiana Pacers. He went on an aerial 3-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. Back right after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Gaddison is out there with Wingate. Then there's Bennett. Then there's Gill. And it's Jaminski in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Here is Wingate. Pass to Gill. From deep three-point land, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Copeland, still without a basket. Indiana moving the ball around. Screen by Scoa. Turner dishes to Miller. They swipe it. And a fast break now for the Hornets. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Shot by Bennett, no good. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 1. He's looking for Mahinmi and finds him. Basket counts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Hornets on offense. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Three-pointer. The Pacers pull it in. Here's Copeland. Pass to Turner. Back to Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. The shot by Turner, no good. It's a close game here in Indianapolis. Gill, the pass to Bennett. Out to the wing. Pass to Jaminski. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Some changes for Indiana. George is checked in for Chris Copeland. Hill comes in for Miller. And it's Watson in for Turner. Here's George. He's got 16. Pass to Watson. Back to George. Inside, here's Mahinmi. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Curry looking it over. Here's Gill. He's guarded by Hill. Johnson the screen. To the middle. 5 on the clock. Here's Gaddison. And the rejection by Mahinmi. The shot by George. Wide open. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
And so it's Charlotte with it. The Pacers making the shot. Pass to Newman. Here's Gill. Over Hill. Poked loose. Tries to save it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Thursday, they'll host the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Toronto where they'll take on the Raptors. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. The Hornets also with a sub. Morning's checked in. Indiana leading by 6. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Pass to George. Pulls up. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. 21 points for Paul George.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Gill. Curry kicks to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's George. 21 points in the game. Here's Watson. Lonzo Mourning grabs the miss. Mourning's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Gill. Now here's Curry over Watson. Curry's shot is off. George with the ball. Over to the wing. Watson surveying the D. Now Hibbert. George, that's a 2-pointer. Johnson with the rebound. Hornets trail by 6. Now Curry. He's got 5. Pass to Newman. And here is Mourning over Hibbert. And Scola pulls it down. Hill against Curry. Hill passes to Scola. And the dunk by Scola.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
In a league where big men prefer to operate away from the rim, it's fun to see them go for it.
Here's Gill. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gill's got 5 points in the quarter.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Timeout called the Pacers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
The Pacers making a switch here. West is checked in. Now here is Hill. Pass to Watson. Clock at 6. West outside. For 3. Hill drills the three-pointer. Hill's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers.
Hardwood is your friend. He used it to his advantage there.
Now here's Bogues. Still yet to score. Tries again. Mourning can't make it work.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Wasted no time on that one. And now a 12-point Pacer lead.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
Bogues the pass to Mourning. Over Hibbert. That one wide left. Indiana leading by 12. Here's Hill. 5 points in the game. Pass to George from deep. Hornets with the rebound. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here is Curry. He's covered by Watson. Curry kicks to Johnson. To the inside. Mourning's shot is good. Mourning's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Here's Hill. To the right side. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
All right, that's 2 fouls. Not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that 3rd before the half.
Hornets trail by 10. Bogues with it. Scoreless thus far. Mourning inside, covered by Hibbert. Mourning can't make it work.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Watson kicks to Hill. Pass to Hibbert. Now here is George, guarded by Curry. Just 5 to shoot, and that one, good. George has got 26 points.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
And the Hornets call time here. Hornets trail by 12. Now Bogues. Curry on the wing. Pass to Mourning. Great D that time from Hibbert.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Outside, George. Here's West. Another shot. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Curry dishes to Bogues. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the half. A shot by Curry, no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Ball stolen. Here's Newman, defended by George. Mourning a screen on George to the middle. That's tipped. West with the steal. Watson kicks to Hill. Back to Watson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Hornets trail by 12. 46 seconds left in the first half. And again, the Hornets missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Well, he's raising the stakes here in the second quarter and being more efficient in the process.
To the paint, here's Mourning. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Mourning's got 4 points this quarter.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
15 seconds left here in the second. And here's George. He's got 26, just 5 on the clock. Oh, good on the triple. And so it's Indiana up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back to the action in just a minute.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Indiana Pacers.
They're moving at a high speed. When they get in space, they really push the pace. Makes them hard to keep up with.
Yeah, several times the defense couldn't get back. That created all sorts of mismatches.
Okay, fellas, now we'll look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
Man, this is a crazy list. Plenty of familiar names on it here, but a couple of outliers too. I love to root for the underdogs.
Not many outliers have won this event, but it's possible. Anybody can get hot. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Hornets trail by 12. They've got Paul George. Watson out there with George Hill. Then there's West, and it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low. That's the Pacers' 5. Now here is Mourning. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Indiana leading by 12. Now here is Hill. Hibbert with a screen on Bogues. Pass to George.
Charlotte foul call. Muggsy Bogues. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Hill. Hibbert with a screen for Hill. Inside, 5 to shoot.
And his active hands right there prevented that entry pass.
Second chance shot. That's in. And the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Johnson.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Now here is Hill. From deep, George hits the three-point bomb. George has got 29 in the game.
That's a beautiful stroke that time by Paul George. If he gets a look from beyond the arc, he is really dangerous.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Here's Hill. He has 5. Pass to Watson. Uncovered. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Watson's got 8 points.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Mourning inside. He's against Hibbert. Mourning can't make it work. And George kicks to Hill. Johnson over to help. Hill finds West. Chalk up 2 there. And the Pacers lead by 15.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
Pass to Mourning. Over Hibbert. Mourning's shot is good. 10 points for him. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the Pacers call time here.
Yeah, they needed to call one there. They're forcing the issue, and it's leading to ugly turnovers.
All right, Pacer fans, that was your Pace. Let's let them know how great they were and make some noise.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Hill passes to George. West setting the pick for George. Off target from outside.
Well, after nailing the first 3 out of the break, you can give him a pass for not making that one as well.
Pass to Curry. Now Mourning. Johnson inside. He's guarded by Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson the screen. Pulls from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's George. Outside Hill. Back to George. Some nice passing here by Indiana. The kick out to Hill. From outside the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Hill's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
From 11 feet away, it's rebounded by Indiana. Pass to Watson. And it's Hibbert in the corner. Back to Watson. Shoots over Curry. It's hauled in by Alonzo Mourning. Mourning's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And again, the Hornets missing.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Hill with it. He's got 8. And here's George for 3. A rebound by Larry Johnson.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Mourning, and the dunk by Mourning.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And taken away by Johnson. Newman, the pass to Johnson. Outside Hill. Pass to Watson. Down low. Here's Hibbert, and then Hibbert with the dunk.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
Now Bowes. He has yet to score. At the top of the key, Curry. Mourning with the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Newman. Misses the 3. Pacers leading by 16. Here's George. Second shot opportunity. Curry with the defensive effort.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Here's Johnson. Pacers with the rebound. Hibbert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Hill passes to Hibbert. From deep, George. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Mourning a screen on Hill. Bogues with it. He's picked up by Hill. It's stolen by Hill. Pass to George. To the paint. Tries from the block. Hits some rim on the way in. And the bucket's good. West has got 4 points now in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. Gaddison, he's checked in for the Hornets. Hornets trail by 18. Pass to Mourning. Over Hibbert. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
He had a nice open look right there. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Here's Newman. 5 points in the game. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Six on the shot clock. To end the run. It's rebounded by West. West has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Here's Newman. And here's Bowes. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Knocks down the 3 ball. Curry's got 8 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now, here's Watson. 8 points for him.
Putting his agility to great use on that jam. West can just pop off the floor.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. Bogues the pass to Gaddison. Now Mourning, covered by Hibbert. Mourning against Hibbert. Mourning can't make it work. Now here's Watson. Outside Turner on the wing hill. Pass to Hibbert. Banked in off the glass. He has 6.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For Charlotte, they've had all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
At the line for the Hornets, Alonzo Mourning, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And some changes here for the Pacers. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Watson. And Chris Copeland subbed in for Hill. The Hornets also changing it up. Lynch, he's checked in for Newman. And it's Gill in for Curry. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And that one is good. Scola's got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the third.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the 2-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Count it. 9 points in the game so far.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
To the inside, Mourning. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Turner. He's got 9. Scola, a screen on Gill. Here's Copeland. He's covered by Gill. Just his first attempt. And so the ball out of bounds. Hibbert touched it last. Mahinmi, he's checked in for Indiana. Paul George comes in for David West. And the Hornets making a change here. Johnson.
Unreal.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Yep, it counts.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Pass to Gill. There's 21 seconds left here in the third quarter. That shot's good from Gaddison. Gaddison's got his first basket.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
To the middle. Here's Scola. Makes it off the glass.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
With 2 seconds left. No good at the rim. And so it's the Indiana Pacers riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Charlotte, they've got Gill. Gaddison is out there with Johnson. Then there's Brown, and it's Chiminski in at the center position. Here's Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hornets. And George kicks to Copeland. Pass to Scola. In the corner, George with it. Shot from the wing, and the shot is good. George has got 31.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Here's Gill. They set the screen. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Scola sets a screen for George. Inside. And Luis Scola, the bucket, and the assist by George.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Pass to Copeland. Now here's Scola. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Gill against George. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And the Hornets making a change here. Then it's checked in.
9 for 1.
One shot.
And that one falls for Gill. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Scola sets a screen for Turner. To the paint. Scola inside. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here's Johnson. Gill the pass to Johnson. It's hauled in by George. Pacers leading by 20. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Indiana again missing. Pass to Gaddison. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Here's Turner. Back to George. Turner with it. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 4 assists now tonight. The Hornets call time. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
And Indiana making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Morning's checked in for Charlotte. Smith comes in for Bennett. Johnson inside, and he comes up with the deuce. Johnson's got 6 in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
George looking over the floor. Down low, got a piece of it. And stolen by Mourning. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
George against Gill. Smith outside, 6 to shoot. Gill the pass to Mourning. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it, and it's slammed in by Turner.
You know, he's always been an elite defender, and that time you see Paul George using the active hands to trigger a break.
Now Smith, pass to Gill. Fires from deep. Hibbert pulls it in. Hibbert's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Hits it from three-point range.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And here's Smith. This seems to be an era, Tim, of parity in the NBA, but some say there has been a lack of rivalries as well, kind of the culprit.
Well, I think it's tough to have rivalries as often now because you need some sort of a history in the postseason, and I just don't think we've had it. Kevin, also, I think it's because some of the stars have changed teams as frequently as they have, makes those rivalries less likely.
Can you think of the last real rivalry we've had in the postseason, even going to the finals?
I think it has to be Steph's Golden State Warriors and LeBron's Cleveland Cavaliers, 4 straight finals appearances.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
To the inside, Addison, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Paul George.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Now here's West. Hill finds Watson. It's back to Hill. Pass to George. Clock at 6. There's the triple. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Hornets trail by 20. Here's Bogues. Curry outside. Pacers with the rebound. Hibbert's. And here's George. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Hill. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass to Newman. The tray. Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Indiana leading by 20. Outside Hill. Here's Hibbert. George, that's a two-pointer. The rebound by Alonzo Mourning. Mourning's. Bogues with it. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
And here is Mourning. George Hill getting it to go from deep. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
All the officials are all over that one.
Shooting for Charlotte, Alonzo Mourning at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Good on both.
And after not getting to the line in the first half, he has changed his mentality. He's being much more aggressive.
Now Hill. George passes to Hibbert. Back to George. It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Bogues. Here's Newman. Over Watson. The shot by Newman, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor. Wow, that was nice. Paul George showing you he's still got a lot of bounce in those legs.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Johnson up top. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
Now here's West, and he banks in the layup.
In the paint, West has a great mix of size and flexibility, so he has multiple ways to get around the defense.
Here's Bogues. Here's Mourning. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Hibbert. And here's George. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Larry Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Bogues the pass to Mourning.
2 minutes.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
West, 2nd personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for the Hornets, Alonzo Mourning, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good for Mourning. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
That one is no good.
Well, that's the problem, playing catch-up at the end. Every point matters, but at least it wasn't an empty trip.
Pass to Copeland, over Mourning, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Assisted by Evan Turner.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Gaddison. Here's Mourning, guarded by Mahinmi. A shake. Mourning can't make it work. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Scola at the elbow. Pass to Copeland. Shot clock at 6. Turner inside. Brown on him. The shot by Turner, no good. Brown outside. Green with a screen on Turner. And Green with the basket on the assist by Brown.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Scola. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Copeland can't hit. And here's Charlotte. Here's Gill. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on going forward.
Here's Turner. Pass to Mahinmi. Puts it up from 17. No good on the shot. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Paul George.